Hello, I'm back with another, is this you? Is this your person? This is a timeless reading. It is a deep dive. These are so fun for me. So I really love doing these because I just get to really dive into some energy. I get to let it flow through me. I feel it deeply, and it's just really fun because it's more specific. And I just allow it to be like whoever the guides are trying to reach, trying to speak to. That's what comes through. So yeah, that's what this is. If you like this video, please give it a like. That helps these messages get passed around so other people can view it. Thank you so much for being here. And there will be an extended for this. That's part of the fun, is I go in depth, even deeper. Once we kind of get a feel for who this person is, what's going on with them, then we'll do an extended where there's deeper guidance on whatever comes up in the reading. Truly, we just, like I said, we leave it very open-ended, but it is timeless. And all the extendeds will be hosted on my Patreon in the first tier. And that first tier is really accessible, and there is options for the other tiers, and there's so much more content over there that I'm going to be really kind of devoting my time on. It just is a safer space, safer community. It feels like an equal give and take in terms of energy exchange. Some of the other social media sites can just be a little rowdy, a little intense, and the guides will not stop with the channeled messages for me lately. It's just nonstop. And so I'm really going to be switching a lot of that over onto the Patreon in a community that's safe, and there's respect and appreciation and just people that want to connect soul tribe and soul family. That's really the intention. You can cancel or start at any time. So if you just want this extended reading, it will be at a equal cost that most extended readings are over there, and you can cancel as soon as it's done, or you can stick around for the next extended readings because there will be many more of these channeled guided tarot readings, as well as if you take a look at some of the content and that piques your fancy and you're interested in trying another tier, that's over there. There are going to be discounted personal readings as an option, as well as personal 5-minute readings per month. So there's lots of goodies, and I'm really going to be pouring my heart into that community over there. So if you want to join, the link is down below in the description box. Otherwise, enjoy this reading. No pressure. This is going to be a full reading, and we will definitely get what we get here. So thanks so much for supporting me this far on the journey. The YouTube is actually, this type of content is really my heart and soul. I really enjoy being able to do all different types. Like, I'm a Reiki master, so I enjoy doing energy healings and guided meditations. I also channel, and I read energy and cards, and I also used to be a human design coach, so I know a lot about that. So there's just so many things that I really enjoy doing, and YouTube was always kind of enjoyable because the format was really open-ended and you could do whatever you want there. But I also definitely am very aware of kind of the energy in certain spaces, and I literally just saw the not for you card. So the energy in certain spaces can be a little intense. So this Patreon was very heavenly guided, is what they just had me say, which is funny. Okay, cool. Ooh, cards are flying out. Okay. I am going to take that in the upright. It was like kind of coming out in the reverse. This one kind of came out halvesies, but we'll grab a little bit more energy. Oh, that's so beautiful. All right, I'm already getting a lot of energy here. Okay, let's learn a little bit more about this person's spirit. Also, if these messages don't resonate and they're not for you, don't make them fit. Perhaps you might be watching for a person in your life, so it could help you get some insight on a situation or a person that you're dealing with, and it'll help you kind of know what's really going on there. So that's another way to watch, but of course, it is general, as specific as we'll get, especially in the extended, but over here it's going to be a little bit more general and letting the guides tell me what needs to be said. Okay. Wow. Holy balls. Okay. Card on the floor. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is really, really powerful energy here. Already off to a huge start. This is a person going through major, major life changes, awakening. But I actually, like, a lot of times the awakening journey can be in solitude, in the comfort and peace of your own home, and kind of quietly. This person has moved into the making big changes phase. I'm trying to see if I can get all this to fit. I can. Okay. Wow. This is really intense energy. This is kind of a person that's putting their head down, doing the work, doing what needs to be done, and they don't really have much time to stop and think. But I think that this person was actually doing a lot of stopping and thinking and pausing and waiting. It's kind of an energy of somebody knowing that they need to do something, that they're getting the guidance to do something, make changes in their life. I'm hearing very specifically quit a job, but I also get for some, it's letting go of the community, the friend group, something that just no longer aligned and resonates any longer. And this person, it's kind of like a karmic contract that was expired, long overdue, but this person hung around and stayed longer than was kind of ordained by the divine. And so there's been a lot of sitting, waiting, and thinking. And it's like this person has moved out of this energy now and they are in forward momentum. And like I said, they're so busy, so much is happening. And I'm not getting a strong feel of like that it's positive or negative. It's just change. It's rapid change that this person actually doesn't even have time to think anymore. They got really, really clear on what they wanted, who they are, and it took them some time to kind of recalibrate, integrate that energy. It's someone that's come off of like an awakening, spiritual dark night of the soul, that type of energy. And then it takes a while to kind of integrate everything you're learning and allowing it to be an internal experience before you're ready to make it an external experience, right? So we kind of have to like make the changes within us before we're ready and we have the confidence and kind of momentum to go out into the world to make changes. But this person is definitely leaving this toxicity, this situation behind. And it also could just be old, outdated ways of thinking and being. This is time to go. This peace card is really interesting because it almost wanted to come out in reverse. And then this time to go card was kind of a halvesy. So I do feel like this person can sometimes doubt the messages that they're getting. We have judgment here. This is in this deck, it's called truth. So they sometimes can judge, you know what it is? It's a judging that they're happy. It's like they're having to relearn everything they once knew. Everything they thought they knew, their learning was wrong. And it's not their fault. It's the societal conditioning, upbringing, etc. Perhaps the community that they're needing to leave and the situations that they're needing to leave were not a very positive influence, and they were just kind of reinforcing a lot of these toxic beliefs. I'm hearing toxic masculinity, so that could be for some. Pride, ego, kind of like this is how it's done. This is how you're a man. And I'm not saying that this has to be man. This definitely doesn't have to be even this. Honestly, this doesn't even have to be masculine energy yet. I'm not getting that yet. We're gonna grab some tarot to get some more clarifiers, and maybe that'll come out. Sometimes the gender though is really not important. Or not even just the gender, but sometimes like these readings, I'm not trying to lock into divine masculine, divine feminine energy. I just want the message that's coming through to be received. So this person does kind of fear that it's too late for them, and or this is kind of what took them a while, and or like, are my passions safe? Because I was always taught that passion, ecstasy, joy, that was like a it's always an off in the distance thing. It's like, yeah, you have those things, obviously, like it's human nature to have desire, but you don't really get to act on your wishes. You don't really get wish fulfillment in this lifetime. That's not what it means to be, again, I'm hearing to be a man. So it could be someone that was raised by maybe toxic masculine energy. And that's a little judgy. Like, I don't necessarily mean that this person's, whoever they were raised by was toxic, but they had some of those beliefs ingrained and they were kind of passing those off. This could very well have been a mother too. Like, again, trying to get out of the gender thing. It could have been a mom that didn't really realize that she was coming from some of these ingrained indoctrinations and beliefs about, work hard, play hard, or you can sleep when you're dead, those types of things. Those types of adages, is that the right word? Anyways, those are coming to mind now. This person had great love in their heart and their soul, like a deep, deep fire. It could be someone with a lot of fire placement in their chart. And it's like they had a lot of that passion, but they really, really pushed it down in order to live, because in the life that they had created for themselves, which they did by the instruction, the tutelage, it's a funny word, or just like what they were taught, they were seeking approval from the outside external world, and they thought that the validation they would receive from the external world in the things that they created would be enough to kind of make them forget about these passions, but it wasn't. And there's a lot of pain within this person. This is the Three of Swords, around this kind of loss, like all the things that they never went for because they didn't believe it could be for them. Yeah, the third eye is wide awake now. In this deck, we have these chakra cards. So they're really seeing truth, and they're actually acknowledging their pain, which lets me know that through that kind of dark night, this person did do a lot of shadow work. They are really cleaning up these beliefs. They're cleaning up the community. Again, it's not necessarily that we can label, oh, this community is good or bad. That's not really important. What's important is this healthy for me? Is this a vibration, or is this a frequency match for me? Yes? No? Okay, no, great. I need to move on without judgment, condemnation, or like feeling bad or guilty. That's kind of what it looks like this person is in the process of now. And it's like spring cleaning, going through every aspect of their life and looking at everything with like a fine-tooth comb. Is that a real thing? I don't know. Channeling is so weird, you guys. You just say things that you're like, what does that even mean? Where did that come from? Okay, I want some cards on this peace. Okay. Making peace with what is, letting it go. Okay, so this was actually the hard part, it looks like, for this person. So, money, finances, wealth, status in the eyes of the world was kind of a lot of the stories that they had to rewrite for themselves. And there has been death in that area of their life, but it's almost like they're learning to fly after being a land mammal for a long time. That's kind of the energy of this. It's like being really weighed down by scarcity, poverty consciousness, poverty vows. And not to say that this person didn't have financial success. They could have. This is the 10 of Pentacles. So they very well could have, but they realized, again, with that message, like that it didn't actually validate them or make them happy. And so they had to go through a major ego death, because this was the thing that was fighting against their passions. The Ace of Wands, again, we also have it here. So, it was a lot of fear, Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords, self-sabotage, devil energy. And I'm really being reiterating. I want to reiterate the message that it wasn't necessarily their soul. No, it definitely wasn't their soul energy. The devil energy. It was coming from their environment. They were easily influenced. Empaths can be very easily influenced. Just because we're so empathic and we let energy just flow through us in so many ways. And so I often, before I kind of went on my own spiritual journey, I was very chameleon-like. Like I knew exactly what people wanted, and I was very able to adapt and mold myself to that, because I had a lot of codependency and things that I had to heal. I do get that from this person. I do think that they're healing it. I do think that they're working on it. But I do think that it's a catch-22 with this person, because whoever this is, it feels like they can definitely be like, fuck you, I don't care. Like, don't like me, that's fine. Like in some areas of their life, it's really easy for them to just be like, nope, that's fine, not interested, moving on. And then in other areas, they really, really care. And it feels like the areas that they're confident that they are able to be like, fine, I don't care, whatever. But I do want to say too, for some, not all, but for some, that could actually be deflection, where they actually care very, very deeply. But to mask that, because vulnerability is a little bit uncomfortable for this person, that they they mask that actually hurt them. And so the exterior, what they show the world is I'm fine, I'm good. Like, wow, that person's so strong. How do they handle that? Wow, they don't even get mad at, in adversity or whatever. They don't even get hurt. And then that's not maybe necessarily the whole story, but they're not showing it to the world. So there's a little bit of that going on. However, this person is deeply, deeply, deeply sensitive, very empathic, very intuitive. So there is a soul connection here that was very overlooked for a long time. And it was juggling everything they thought they knew about life, the world, money. Like, it's not even just money as it is like societal, acceptable status, what you do, what relationships are this and they can't be that. That's just fun, that's just childish, that's immature. It's almost like, and I'm not saying that this is exactly this person, because I think it would be really hard for somebody in this day and age to admit this to themselves and to be like conscious that they held this belief, but it's almost like a person who believes you can't marry for love, that's like childish. So because of that, there was a juggling of a deep soul connection with the loyal heart here. Two of Pentacles. That's this person is very conscious and aware of it now. And again, there's that fast-paced forward energy with the Eight of Wands, moving towards the Six of Cups, moving towards their happiness, moving towards enlightenment, illumination, their Nine of Cups. There's that Seven of Swords back there, but this person is gaining success over their self-sabotaging kind of ways and their own self-deception. Okay. So that's a little bit about this person. Now we want to know what's going on for this person. Like, let's go a little bit deeper. What are they cleaning up? Like, I do want to know that, because it does feel like if we can get any specifics about their life right now, like kind of the actions that they're taking, the motivation, and then we'll ask about this soul connection. Okay, that's so weird when a card like flips, but oh my God, but it goes back in the deck. Okay, I can confirm this is more of a divine masculine energy. Could still be female, but it is a masculine energy. And this person is not, okay, this person's motivation for every action and step that they're taking right now is that heartbreak over here. It's that pain. And they want to be a person of honor. That's totally something. It's almost like traditional. It's almost like an old-fashioned energy for this person. And they're sitting, okay, mature man, wealthy man. Okay, this is really fascinating energy. How do I speak words to this? Okay. This is a person that associated maturity, worthiness, with success, some form of success. And that actually could be something they're still battling. That may be something that wasn't released in the dark night of the soul. And maybe it's almost like they consciously know that's not true, that your worth doesn't come from what you have or can give or success, but they still are struggling with the embodiment of that in practice in their day-to-day life. They still kind of are coming up against that, because we do have this toils and labor card, and this kind of speaks to a person who believes that they have to work really hard to be deserving. Things can't just fall into their lap and come easy and naturally. So it's a person who's kind of lacking the faith in the divine. And again, I feel like this person consciously knows what to do. They have, because we had that third eye, they have the awareness and the intellect, and they know. It's just a matter of taking that action. But Spirit's really smart in this situation, because I feel like Spirit is throwing a bunch of things at them that they don't have time to think, because thinking is where they get in trouble. So they're actually just having to move. And their heart, their soul, their intention is wanting to be a person of high honor, wanting to do the right thing, not wanting to hurt anybody. It's also this idea, they're willing to rewrite their idea about union, commitment, marriage, love. It's almost like before they thought that it would be taking something away from them. They thought it was just a status symbol, honestly. Or like a dog eat dog. I don't know why no, that's not right. it was like, okay, this is how to explain it. It's like very tit for tat. It's like they looked at relationship like they would keep tabs in their head. Like, okay, I paid for your meal this time. And like, they wouldn't say anything. They wouldn't be like, oh, are you going to pay for my meal? But they would keep tabs, right? So and I'm using meal as an example, but that was how they are in their entire life, keeping tabs, keeping score. Like, who is right? Who is wrong? Who did this? Who did that? That's how they looked at relationship, all relationship, their family, their friends, love, etc. That is not love. You can't look at love that way. And so it kind of like overflowed into all aspects of their life. And we're getting this, the house card here, which is really interesting. I'm actually going to grab tarot on this house card because I want to know, I think, okay, good. This person is walking away from that status sort of energy, that vibe. Okay. It's like what I said. They know that the true pentacles, the true, success comes from the love that you have within and giving it. Abundance comes from giving and receiving love freely, flowing, letting love flow in and out. That's true abundance. When you have that, the money follows, the opportunities follow, the connections follow, everything else follows. So it's a big, we have 8 of Cups here, walking away from these beliefs that are very expired, choosing to become this King of Pentacles with I want to say this person has union in mind. They want this. And I think that they hid that from themselves for a long time, that they actually wanted love, that they wanted connection and commitment, because they just thought it was a waste of time and it would drag them down. And they actually didn't have any good examples of positive relationships in their life. So they always saw it as a negative. Like they didn't see it, or it wasn't even maybe that they were that harsh with their judgment of it, but they would look at it and they would be like, yeah, I don't need that. They need that. And I get that they need that, but like, I don't need that. But really it was like their deepest desire. Ever since they were a child, their deepest desire was to give them, like, to feel commitment and to just give themselves fully to somebody and to have it be received. And I do feel like there's pain and whatnot that's kind of caused this person to be avoidant attachment with this Knight of Swords here, a bit of a runner. Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Moon, and the 9 of Swords. Yeah, so this is a person that was masking a lot of fear and anxiety about connection, about love, because they had a lot of illusions and deceptions within themselves that they had to work through. But the love was always there. They always had the love. They're healing that avoidant attachment, which manifests as a runner. But this 4 of Wands is here a lot. So in the extended, what we're really going to look at is this 4 of Wands. Like, okay, like, we'll ask about the other person in this dynamic, in this connection. So if you're watching this for another person, that could be you. If you're watching this for yourself and you want to know what's going on with them, we'll ask about the other person. How's the other person seeing this? We get that this person in this reading we're reading into is very firm in what they want. They know what their passion, their desire is, and they're just trying to release any blocks that they have to it. But we want to know how the other person's feeling. I also want to know what stage of kind of this journey they're in. And I want to know if there's any blocks or anything that's kind of getting in the way of that connection, as well as if we can get any more specifics about what actions need to be taken, what this person is doing in their life in like the very, very 3D. Okay, that's a lot. So I feel like it's going to be a doozy of an extended because there's so many questions I have. Okay, that's fantastic. So if you're interested and you want to know, the link will be below. Like I said, you can join the Patreon for extendeds and just have unlimited access to all the extendeds I ever make. You can just get this reading and then decide to cancel. You can join back when there's another extended you want. It's totally up to you. And you can also take a look at the other Patreon content I have that's, like I said, gonna be devoting a lot of time and energy in there. So there will be a lot of bonuses and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I'd love to know how this resonates, and let me know in the comments if you like these readings, if there's, requests you have around the tarot readings now that I'm really excited and doing tarot again. So let me know all of that. All right. See you soon. Bye.